Let's take a look at the betting odds for the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Brooklyn Nets. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the betting odds for the Bucks versus the Nets, and I'm also going to be showing you how you can place a bet online on this game or any basketball game or any sports event there is. So let's get started with this video. So you're going to do this by going on Bovada. I'm going to place a link in the description below, and all you got to do is click join. Takes just a few seconds, and you're going to create an account. And after you create an account, you can make a deposit using your debit or credit card, or you can make a deposit using Bitcoin. So very, very quick for that. And then all you got to do is go to basketball. And for this particular video, we are going to be taking a look at the Bucks and the Nets. And then once you go over here, you're going to see the different games that are available. So let's break this down. So the Bucks versus the Nets, this is for game 1. So at the time you're watching this video, it could be for a different game. It could be game 2, game 3, or any basketball game, right? So the way this works is you're going to either be able to bet money line or bet spread. So when you bet money line, that's going to be over here under win. So money line just means that you pick a team. It doesn't matter how much they win by. As long as they win, you win the bet. So Milwaukee Bucks are a plus 150. The Nets are a minus 170. What do these numbers mean? So when there's a plus, that means you're an underdog. When you're a minus, that means you're the favorite. So for game 1, the Nets are a favorite, okay? So if you bet $100 on the Bucks, you're going to win 150. If you bet that same 100 on the Nets, you're going to win a lot less than 100. So let me show you guys this. If you go to Bucks, risk 100, you win 150, and you get this 100 back. Now you have $250 to play with. That same 100, you bet on the Nets, you win $58. Does that make sense? So those are the odds. So now, what if you want to play the spread? So with the spread, let's say, so the spread has the Nets as a -4. That means that they have to win by at least 5 points. If they win by 4, you're going to just break even and get your money back, okay? So the Nets have to win by at least 5. And that also means that the Bucks can lose, but as long as they don't lose by more than 4 points, you're okay. You'll still win this bet. Does that make sense? So you can take the Bucks right here, and let's say they lose by 2 points. It's 110, 108. You would still win the bet. So you could play the spread. You could play money line, or you could also do total over or under over here. Total number of points, 240 over or under. So the combined score. So you could be rooting for both teams to just score. You don't care who wins. As long as they score over 240 points, you win the bet. Does that make sense? So you could do that. Now, the thing I love about Bovada is this. Look at this. 222 different bets. So there's so many different prop bets over here. So you can go ahead and bet on the first half. You could do the first quarter, same thing, the spread, the money line, the over-under. One of my favorite bets to do is the over-under on the first quarter. I like to bet on this. I like to take the over. I usually take the over, and I'll bet on the first quarter total number of points. Usually there's a hot start in the first quarter, and then depending on what the total is, I'll go over here. And then things tend to calm down after that. So you can take a look at the over-under for points for any different player there is, right? So Blake Griffin, over-under, 5.5 points, right? Kevin Durant, 30.5, over-under. Irving, 26.5. James Harden's over here somewhere here, 26.5, over-under, right? You can do any of those bets. There's many specials over here. Each quarter over 50.5 points total, -40. Minus 140 over here. Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, 6+ threes made combined, -155. So you could take all these bets over here. Does that make sense? So let's take a look at some of the ones that where you can make a lot of money at. So let's go down over here. So let's look at the craziest bet they have over here. So a plus 36,000. So you would make 360 times your money. If I'm doing the math right, or more actually. Wait, plus 36,000. You bet 1,000, and you would win. 360 times your money, $360,000. If Giannis has 45+ points, 19 rebounds, and Chris Middleton makes at least 6 threes, You bet 1,000, you win $360,000. So there's some crazy bets over here. And you can do parlays. Parlays is when you combine bets. So I think you could even do it with these props over here. No, not with the props, I believe. Okay, so yeah, so that's a plus 36,000 over here. So let me show you guys one more thing over here. So if I go to NBA, there's different games. Let's say you want to play the spread, okay? You're taking the Nets. You think they're going to win by at least 4. Over here, now we got the Hawks and the Sixers. Let's say you take the Sixers. You take the Mavericks over here. And you take the Nuggets, for example. So you can do something called a parlay, okay? So what is a parlay? A parlay is where you do multiple bets, and if you hit on all of them, you're gonna win a lot more money. Does that make sense? So there's ways to buy more points and stuff too, but I'm not gonna get into that in this video. I'm gonna keep this simple. So let's say you nail all 4 of these, and you bet $100. You would win $1,260 since you nailed all 4 of them. Now, you have to nail all 4 bets in this situation. Does that make sense? So you can do parlays. A lot of times what people do is they'll be like, you know, in the regular season, there'll be 8, 9, 10 games on, and they'll bet $50, $100. They'll bet a small amount. And if you hit it, you win like 100 times your money. So this is only 4 games right here. I've hit multiple parlays with 2, 3, 4. It's not too hard, although your chances are slim, obviously. That's why the payout is huge. So there's many different bets you can place on Bovada. There's also a different website I like using. It's called MyBookie. I'll place a link in the description to that as well. Sometimes the odds are different. Let me know who you're betting on, if you're placing a bet on this series, or if you guys have any questions, and I'll see you guys in the next video.